everyone. Welcome to my midweek Facebook Live. I hope it's going okay. Great. I'm just going to check that I am live and that I can be seen because my screen's kind of telling me other things at the moment. So let's see. So if you are joining me, please say hello. And if you are watching me on YouTube as well, or watching the replay, just let me know where you're watching from and what you have been up to today. I've had a lovely day. As some of you know who are my regulars, Wednesday is my day off from my work, so my day job. And I was able to have a lovely class with some ladies this morning. So we had a really nice time creating some cards, and it's always nice to share some crafting time with others and share, just enjoy creating together. So tonight I have got a couple of cards I want to share. One I have sort of prepared and have an idea what I'm going to do. The other one I actually got a delivery just this morning, and I really wanted to have a play with this set, and I thought, why not? You know me, sometimes I like to just play with a set with while I'm on here. So let's see what we can do with this set and work out, have some fun together. And amongst all that, I forgot to let you know who I am. My name is Rochelle Smith, and I'm from Stampin' Flair. I am based in Melbourne, in that town called Blind Bight. It is on the Mornington Peninsula. So thank you so much for joining me. We're going to have some fun today creating, and let's cross our fingers that the weather holds out so that everything goes well today. This is a variation on a card we created in our class today, and I think we can I like to show different ways of using or creating one card and seeing the different ways we can do this. So just as a reminder, currently we have celebration, and celebration is a promotion with Stampin' Up, where every $90 you spend, you earn a free product from the celebration range. So there's 22 products in total which you can choose from, and this sale ends tomorrow. So if there's anything that you wanted in that range, please make sure you place your order tomorrow, or you can contact me to place your order. It ends on the 29th of February, so that's the end of the month. All right. And also there is a join offer. So if your order is over 169, and I can see that hopefully this is better. Okay. That looks a little bit better. So if your order is over $169, I suggest maybe just check out the starter kit offers we've got at the moment. It by no means means you have to sell or classes. You basically get for $169. There's two options. Option one gives you $235 of your choice in product. You pay $169, and you also get a free glass mat worth $106. Option two, you pay $169 and can choose $286 worth of product. It's worth your while to just even try it and see what you like, and how you like being part of Stampin' Up and part of a team of crafters, and just enjoy the community. So also those options are available until tomorrow. Okay, so the stamp set I'm going to use with this today is this Planted Paradise stamp set. Now, I actually forgot I had this stamp only because we got this as a free product when we had our on stage at home I'm trying to even think. We're in February. Yeah. So year, last year, when we had our event, and we were given this as a freebie, and it got set aside, and then I completely forgot about it. And then last few days, I've been thinking, I need to use this set. So I thought we could use this, and I think it'll come up really nice. It's lovely images. This is a reversible stamp set. We have a range of patented pending reversible stamp sets. So this has basically the one stamp will give you the front image and the fill-in image. So you see, and the leaf, you got the outline and the fill-in. So we'll be using that leaf, and we'll be able to see how that works out. So first up, I'm going to be doing some die cutting, and I'm going to use the Nested Essentials dies. Now this has lots and lots of dies, and this one's probably the largest. It is the largest in that set, and I'm using the Softly Stippled Designer Series paper. Now this is one of the Celebration. I am concentrating on Celebration today. I just want to show you some of the products we have, and so you don't miss out, because some products are totally exclusive to the promotion. Some are from a regular range, but others aren't going to be available otherwise. So I like to show you them and just give you the opportunity to see that, and we can combine it with other products and see how they work. It's always good to see how products combine. So I am using the Softly Stippled, I have to think, did I tell you the right name? Yes, Designer Series paper. Now this actually coordinates with the Stippled Roses bundle, which you would have seen me making tons and tons of cards. I have been having loads of fun with that bundle, and some with this paper, some without this paper, and lots of fun to be had with that. So I am die cutting this label. This is actually the first time using that side, I think. Then I'm going to be embossing with another one of our Celebration products, which is the Softly Sophisticated, similar name, Softly Sophisticated embossing folder. This is part of a bundle. You get the embossing folder and a stamp set in the bundle. And this one, so the paper is free with a $90 order. This bundle is free with a $180 order. There's lots of products there, so it's always worthwhile you checking it out and seeing what you like. That's that. I'm going to be ink blending on that, and I will show you the card that we did in class with a different color palette. So I do want to, I might first stamp. I was thinking, okay, this is really off center, but let's see. Either do I go with like a sweet sorbet, or I might go with even a moody mauve vase. I haven't used moody mauve, so I might stamp the vase first, and let's see how that looks. So this is the stamp, and one side has the image and the other side is just smooth. Let's just have a stamp and see. I think Moody Mauve would be nice with this. Yeah, that looks quite nice actually. So bring in your piercing mat. Because it's a photopolymer stamp set, it's going to give you a nice clean image. And I might do a second. That's stamped really well. Sometimes, you know, new stamps can be touch and go when you try. And I'm going to try a second one of these. A different pot. And maybe, could we do that one or a smaller one? Let's see. Oh, well, it's not that small. I actually thought it was smaller. So these are generally, like, the images are 100% on the thighs on the front. This one's obviously a little bit smaller because look at that one. That's going to take a full card front. I reckon that'll be a nice one. You've got lots of options. All right. Okay, so we could go. We'll bring in the pool. I'm sort of bringing in that pool party in. So, and we'll be doing some fussy cutting. And those colors really marry up well together. So I'm going to start with that leaf. You can put away these. Just use your Simply Chamois to clean up. And I'm going to do larger leaves for the top of the big one, big vase. So the pot, I should say. And this time we'll be going with the back and the front. And I think this lemon lime twist will be nice on it. But I'm going to bring in some garden green for variation. So let's see how that works. And my garden green needs some inking, but we can work. Yeah, that's good. And now I'm going to clean the stamp and flip it. And we'll put that in lemon lime twist. So basically other side. So it's not going to line up. Don't worry. That's just the nature of the stamp because you're just flipping it over. So get your head over. It will line up somewhat, but not quite because one side of the leaf is a different shape. That's a nice vibrant color, right? So then I'm going to bring in maybe these ones might sit nicely. Let's see. They may sit nicely in that, or perhaps even these. There's so many options. I think just I wanted to do that, and I think I will go with that. My original choice. And I'm just going to stamp that in Lemon Lime Twist. So you just need the 2 greens. And use whatever greens you have. You don't specifically need this one. And, that's some scrap. And I'm going to leave that an open image. So let's fussy cut, a bit of fussy cutting, and go around. You can see some stamping at the back. It's just scrap paper I had. So use whatever you've got. This is a great way to use up your little bits and pieces. And okay, so we've done that. The pots are pretty easy to cut, especially this one. It's just straight lines. That little bit of cardstock doesn't want to go. All right. You can mix this with the Earth and Textures bundle. We've just got the other vases for some nice mix. Right, so that would work with that. I have to admit, I didn't really. If I had to purchase it, I probably wouldn't have purchased it, and I actually like it. Sometimes you've got to work with something to see how it looks and whether you like it. You don't know. And that will go under. I'm going on the outer. You can cut along the garden green line if you wanted to. Just preference. And just keep turning your paper and it'll give you a smooth circle. So if you do stop, just stop this cutting as well, and then you just start up again. Okay, so now we'll just add this on here. Get rid of our piercing mat. We don't need that for now. Just add a little bit of glue. Oops. Well, definitely not that much. scrap cardstock and wipe that off. All right. And then just add your one leaf. So we're going to lay that down. And you can pull it up as much as you want for height. And then add the other leaf behind it. So from the back it looks like a bunny. Multi-purpose. And same with that. I love those two colors together, the Pool Party and the Lemon Lime Twist. So now we have this particular piece of paper has old olive in it. And I may just bring that in. I'm going to turn this over and leave it to dry before it gets stuck somewhere. So we're going to work on this piece of cardstock. Just measure that. It's going to be 14.3, so that's way too long. And I was feeling it was, so I'm going to cut that down. Bring your trimmer in. And I'm going to get some old olive. I'm just bringing it in. Maybe we'll see what we need, but it's good to have it. So this time I will probably maybe go with 3 colors. So I'll start with my Pool Party. And thank you for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. And please ask me any questions you may have. If you want to place an order, you can contact me. If you want to ask questions about being part of Stampin' Up, you can ask me. You are called a demonstrator, but that's nothing to be afraid of. It is it gives you a discount. There's no pressure to sell or horse parties or anything like that. So you can always message me about that. So we have that. I'm gonna bring in some old olive. My order today, I got some new blending brushes. I've had these so long. Not that I'm going to replace them, but I just wanted some fresh ones for lighter colors. And I wanted to add some extras because you can never have enough. So I've gone in the middle. Generally I'll start at the end, but start off your page, and I just wanted some of that old olive to just blend in. And I'm going to bring that up. Then I'll bring in Lemon Lime Twist. And I may even go this way. I was thinking this way, but let's see what that looks like. And we can always change our mind. I'm going to add a bit more Pool Party on that. I'm going to make that a bit deeper. So, okay, so we've got this piece, and try to work out which way I'd rather it go. The tendency is to have it this way, the darker color at the bottom, just as the general feel for it. And I did have another piece of DSP for design series paper for the left, and it was going to be Pool Party, but as I've created it, I'm going to add a Moody Mauve piece of DSP to it, which I think would work better. And it's this one, and I think that will just fit nicely if that works. Yeah, okay. Changing the course, and we're bringing in the Gorgeously Made dies. I'm going to cut the border with this right along there. So this paper is Poetic Expressions, which is in the mini catalog. You can get that. So let's die cut that. So I've already got my, that's a bit askew there, so the good thing when you die cut with this particular border, you'll get two halves if you wanted to, that you can use with that same sort of border. I think that'll work really well on that, with those colors. So maybe on the other side, because the way I've cut it, but we'll cut it down and see. Approximately like 3 centimeters or so width, and right down the base. That looks really nice with that those colors. The Moody Mauve's kind of really surprising me. It's nice to be surprised when you're making something. And then, because I don't want the Moody Mauve vase, it'll get washed out against the Moody Mauve corner border, so I'm going to do that. Now let's see what card base you want. I think Moody Mauve might not work, but that's got to try it. That's a strong note. And I'll bring in a Pool Party base. And Pool Party is a very nice, it's not a neutral, but I treat it like a neutral because it works really well with lots of colors. It's a good color. So banish that. Yeah, that's a definite yes. So let's go ahead and, goodness, I had glue on that. Remember, I marked the excess and I knew it would stick onto something I don't want it to stick onto. Just a very thin layer of glue. Then we will glue this straight on. Look. It's ink heavy at the moment, so it's shifting, but if you leave it, it'll be fine. So I will, can leave it for a second, just make sure it's straight. That for a sentiment. Let's go with, what shall we use? The heartfelt hellos, or we could do let's do a happy Mother's Day, maybe. Mother's Day, that's a fairly big sentiment though. I'm not sure how that would go. Yeah, happy Mother's Day is pretty big and I don't really want a big card. It could be Easter. We could even just take that little bit of the thinking of you. Enjoy your day. It's kind of multi-event. Could be birthday, could be just any sort of celebration. Let's do that. And I'm going to stamp that in black. I think that'll be better for just have it stand out a little bit. Get a bit of a bigger piece of cardstock. I've got my big drawer of cardstock and tuxedo black. It's nice fresh ink. Well, that looks nice and crisp. I just inked it up yesterday, so it looks really nice black. So trim the edges off that. Put this guy away. So we're going to, it doesn't look like, sometimes the leaves look like they're going upside down, but I think it just, irrespective of whichever way they are, it's just the way those leaves are. So it doesn't matter how you do it, it's going to be kind of it looks fine. So yes, your background's going to get covered and things, but it's all in the details and important to have all that. So put that there. You can either center it or shift it down a bit. My vase is going to sit like that, I think. This way, or that way, that way. Let's work out what's going to cut this out. I'll pull out one of our dies. We've got stylish shapes. That's a bit small. This one's a bit bigger. We just need the end bit, and that will be all right. That's actually just the perfect width. It's just a bit long, and you can always shorten it. I'll show you how, if you watch me long enough, you know. Just adjust your dies according to how you want it. If I find the end of this washi tape, I'm okay, but I don't want to move for us. This one's like the sticky tape, yeah, okay. All right. I think the black sentiment will sort of stand out against the... So this is the stylish shapes, guys. An oldie but a goodie. It's not that old, but it's been there for a couple of years probably. It feels like it's been there a long time, probably because I've used it so much. I think not a class is complete that I don't use it. It will be rare. Then let's make it a bit smaller. You can even add the banner, but not necessary. If you wanted to. I don't want the banner for this particular one. So I'm gonna add that stitching on the end there. So I've just flipped it. So I get a nice, it won't be even visible, but it just gives me something that is a nice edge. It may be visible, so I'm going to put it through the other way. I just want to run that bit through. And I'll pull it. So I've only run up to that so that it doesn't run through this and create a little bump on that. So then you've got a nice edge on that. Okay, now assembling. This one and this one. I always like to add something on that join. I know we've glued it, but always good to just secure it. Then I'll just cut this in half. The leaves don't need the full. That, and maybe that way. So this is the Plentiful Plants stamp set. Just an overlap. That's gonna just kind of sit on there, and generally, yeah. I'm gonna add one there, and I'm going to double this, so because it's going to sit off that on the flat bit. These are already raised, so I'm going to double up those dimensionals so it doesn't look so unsteady. And I think that's those colors have come out nicely. Now let's do this here. Could even add it there, the base. I think it's nice there. I didn't quite want to cover that top bit, but that's okay. We'll just go with it. So again, double dimensionals on this side, and one on the right, because that's going to sit on top of the label that's already got a dimensional. That's going to save us. And if I position that just right, I'll be able to stick that. No, I like it in the corner, so I'm just going to stick that there and sit with it. All right, so that's our card, and let's add some embellishments, not dimensionals. So we've got these, and I think these are cute. These are Tinsel Gems, the 4-pack. There's a 3-pack and a 4-pack, and they're different. Dimensional backings everywhere. So let's put one. I want to put one little one there, or maybe here. I want one on the sentiment at some point, so maybe one there. Which one's better? There. And then we'll just do sort of with the flow there. And that's our card there. For the inside of the card and of the, how do I say, the envelope, can't get my words. Let's stamp some leaves, and this is just an easy way. You can use your designer series paper as well, and that would be fine. But sometimes stamping is definitely quicker if you want a bulk batch. So we are going to make sure it's I'm doing the back first, like the fill-in image first. Quite a different color palette to what I would normally do, but I like it. And then we'll do the other side with the garden green. So we'll flip that. I always like to test it, make sure I'm on the right side. So again, and with this stamp set, it's really forgiving because it's not meant to, it doesn't line up anyway, so it is not a definite design in that sense. So that's card number 1, and I will show you what we did in class today. And it's a little bit different, but same sort of concept. I don't know, I like to change things up. So this was done with the, again, the same designer series paper, the softly stippled. And I did copper clay for the vase, and we did old olive, and we just stamped in full strength and half strength. And this was copper clay and lemon lolly. So, and again, it was the same DSP, this particular DSP. So you can step it up and do 2 vases, do 1. Totally up to you how you do that. Different looks completely. We were discussing this is probably more masculine you could go with, and just change that up completely with the addition of the moody mauve there. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Now I'll just give this a clean, get my stamps out of the way, and we'll go we'll create another card. And if you haven't subscribed to our newsletter, please do so if you would like to. I do send updates there with classes. We get tutorials. You get other like news. It's probably a better way for you to get updated. Sometimes, like I try to update on Facebook and things, but this is more direct, and you will then not miss a thing if there's new things coming up and things like that. It's the newsletter, it's a fun newsletter to say. So now my next set I wanted to use is one I actually have not used before. I was saying I just got it today. It's called the Botanical Layers, and this is the set. It's got some nice sentiments, thinking of you. It's a nice font. Thank you for everything. You mean the world to me. It's free with a $90 order right now. So it's from our regular range of products, but during celebration you can choose it as a free product. So I had an idea what I thought I would do. Let's get some basic white, and always, like, if you're unsure, get a big piece of basic white and work out what you want to do, because that always helps. And that's an envelope, so I will not stamp on that. Once you have like a matte layer, you can always cut it down and create that way. So give me a sec. I'm actually cutting into some new cardstock. My white cardstock is over and out. And yeah, if you like that leafy, we're on a leaf theme today, a plants theme. Hadn't planned it that way. It's just I ended up choosing stamp sets with plants. Didn't Definitely did not plan it that way. Just funny. Just trying with 10 by 14.3, and this will probably just be a very sort of simple colors maybe, and we'll just stick, just trying some different things out. So I wanted to see what colors we can go with, and it's always good to try something, right? Now my head's saying going Night of Navy. I don't know why, but we've got Old Olive out. We'll go some Night of Navy. I've got some greens already, sort of a dark color, and yeah, let's go Old Olive, and we can bring in some Cajun Craze, I think. Just something totally different, and then we can work out our just play. So when I'm doing something like this, I will probably always stamp a large image, and then maybe add some fill-in images and things. So actually I had an idea. I've got some watercolor cardstock, and I think this is what I had in mind, but let's see. My brain does work weirdly. Okay, let's go. All right, let's just have some fun with this. I'm going to use, I don't know how bright my marker is. It's not too bad. We'll see how it works. So I've just taken a clear block. I have had these markers for yonks. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know what will happen, but how strong the color is gonna be, but it's okay. And that was Pool Party marker. I'm bringing some Balmy Blue. It is and maybe I will bring some Night of Navy or whatever I've got in my hand at the moment. It's Night of Navy, yeah. So I'm using the brush end. Now these are older markers I have. Markers have changed. And again, I got my new ones today, and I have not unpacked the box much. I did unpack some. I'm just taking a spritzer, and I'm going to spritz it. It's just got water. I do want to see. I'm getting a good spritz. I'm taking my cardstock to it. So I've run these are water-based markers, so these are Stampin' Right markers. So it's created like a bit of a fun background, which I love. Love it. So I'm gonna do a bit more on that. Yeah, I do like that. This is a super simple watercolor technique for you. And it gives, every time it'll create a different, and it's quick. So I've just spritzed it in another area, colored in. That is really cool. Now we just have to leave that to dry before we stamp on it. But I will speed up that process a little bit with a heat gun, because we do want that. If you leave it to dry like that, you will get the heat. It's so hot here, it's gonna dry pretty quick. It'll leave those nice, see those nice marks like as is, and I like that. Well, it's just doing its thing. I'm gonna pull out a die cut we can use for it. It might just be a deckled rectangle. I think that'll just give, it'll be nice. So that's just done with Pool Party, Army Blue, and Night of Navy markers on a clear block and spritzed with water. Love that effect. I can even go one larger. Yep. Do you like that? I like that. It's a bit fun, isn't it? All right. So I'm going to get my heat gun, give it a bit of a dry. Just, if you've got the Stampin' Up heat gun, setting 1, so just on your lowest setting, because setting 2 is for melting your embossing powder. Every time you do this technique, it's going to be different. And you can do this with ink refills. It's a reason why you need ink refills. I did it straight off the markers. You can do, but you can do it with ink refills as well. It's a lovely, fun technique. You need to dry it well, or you can leave it overnight, or whatever you like. That when you stamp on it, it's going to take the ink and I'm going to die cut it as well, so you don't want it to rip. This is our Fluid 100 cardstock. Can you see that changing? Like it's sort of, you can see the, I saw that as it dried. All right. So that. Okay. Leaves from the top. Oh, maybe. Or leaves from the bottom. I'll die cut it and see. We have another range of markers, the core colors. So last year when we had a new catalog come out, we had a brand new range of colors come through. So there was a color refresh, and in that, because of that, Stampin' Up brought what do you call trying to work out how I want this here, a set of markers which had the new colors in it. Now those markers are available for free with $180 order, and that's as a celebration freebie. And I didn't have them, and I got them with my last order as a freebie. So I too enjoy those celebration products. So markers, that's a good set. I think it's got 11 colors by memory, and that's like $68 the actual product. So that's something you may like. Now we'll start stamping. That's nice and dry. I've made sure it's dry. I am working on, I'm probably going to stamp my leaves like this, and because I wanted that little bit of night and navy there. I like that look. So I'm going to start with some larger leaves, or bolder leaves, I should say. So this would be my bold leaves, and that's going to be my night of navy, because that's what I want to be more prevalent. in the image. And I'm gonna start with that. I want to start with the larger leaves, and this will be my prevalent leaf, so maybe I will skip to the larger leaves. Change your mind, but that's okay, we'll work through it. So now I'm going to use, I'll clean this up. This is just the same block I used before. So the colors we were saying, going through, is Cajun Craze, Old Olive, and Night of Navy. I'm going to stamp this leaf in Old Olive. You're going to have to put a little bit of pressure on this. If you have a stamp positioning tool, use it. It's just because it's a thicker cardstock. So that's gonna go like that. Not lots, but just hold the ink so it grabs. Right. I'm gonna do that. That's a pretty leaf. If you're just joining me, you're probably wondering, why is she sounding amazed? Because I have not used this stamp set before, so it's all new to me. There's a little one here. So if that's gonna be our Night of Navy, I might put this in Cajun Craze on the back. It's fun to try things, isn't it? So let's do the next one and position that if we can. So it's kind of a layering. I'll just move that there. My Cajun probably could do with the ink, but it suffice for this. It'll do. Just a very light. I could go with a copper clay even, just because I haven't inked my Cajun. And this is the beauty of doing things like this. They're just layered. Yeah, that's a bit darker. That is, and that can be my shadow image. Yep. That's more what I'm going for. And that, I got a bit of runaway green there, so we'll hide that because we can. And okay, I just went very light. That is a very light stamping. I didn't want it to overpower there. I could always fussy cut this, and I'm probably likely to, but we'll see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna fussy cut that. That's gonna come up nice. Just for effect, I'm gonna do one in the background there, and I will make that decision to fussy cut that. Stamp it on some basic white, and that'll be like your feature image. How nice is that leaf? That's pretty cool, isn't it? Like, I hadn't paid attention to this stamp set really, so kind of got it for nothing. Sometimes you don't get to try everything, well, most of the time. And that's gonna really like pop against that background. See, like that. I'll come back in and cut those little bits out. Sometimes I just go around doing the main bits. Just stops me from getting bored. And you could have just left it with that, the green even, with that watercolor background. This looked nice. So simple. But I like to just make it a bit more. So that's why I'm just adding the extras. If you would like me to place your order, please get in touch with me. Always leave a message if I do not answer my phone, because I may be at work and cannot answer my phone. So okay. So I haven't. Oh, my little paper towel brain says get that little bit of white out. So my past is coming back to haunt me. So I will get that out. And you can use the little take your pick, the crafter's attachment, crafter's tool to get that. Now that, oh, I really like that. Always good when a plan comes together. I like it. So, mini dimensionals. Do I have any on my desk? Probably not. Probably in hiding. Never mind, we can cut these down. I just want to put some on the leaves so they stay and don't get bent. So I just got a whole lot of strips. And we'll just dot these with just bits and pieces of dimensionals. Okay, we've got bits there. It's all getting stuck to me. All right, so we'll put that there. That looks really pretty. I like that leaf. That's a nice leaf. Now I'm going to cut, I think, let's see whether the postage or the perennial postage dies, whether they're on that kind of mats onto this. If not, yeah, that'll do. Let's try it. Get a piece of Night of Navy. These are fun doing it like this because you just never know what I'm going to do, and I never know what I'm going to do. So it's always fun exploring together. Look around for some Night of Navy cardstock, guys, in my scraps because I have tons. Perfect. Does that look nice? Yeah, that is good. So this is from the perennial postage stamps, dies, stamps. Yeah, it's probably not quite what I wanted because it's got a bit extra on the side here, and top and bottom has less, if you can see. So I'm just, for that, I will just put it on a side angle. I was prepared for that. That's always my, the way I combat that. Sometimes you've got to just work with that. And then it's just that touch out, isn't it? And then we can put it on white, and let's work out what's going to be on the back there. So this is just the basic card mat, 4.3 by 10. I will emboss it, and then I'll probably add a piece of DSP at the bottom. Some neutrals, and I bought the embossing folders, and let's see. I've been using the distress tile a lot because I've been enjoying that one. Any suggestions? We've got the quarter foil would be nice. Oh, is that too busy? No, that would be okay. Leaf on leaf might be a bit much, I think. We've even got that this one, the Ringed with Nature, the tiles one. But I don't think enough is visible on that to define it as a tile. So this is a regular embossing folder. It's not one of your 3D ones. The quarter foil, I think that's how it's said. So you use your base plate and your number 3, your 2 number 3 plates. I suddenly went blank. The heat. I blame the heat. Yeah. So it is a little bit of a tighter squeeze. Doesn't help that I'm doing it on scissors and things on my desk. So that's that. And so that. And that. So maybe some copper clay, DSP at the back, just an idea to pick up on the copper clay there. This is just our packs of 6x6 you get in all the shades. And I think that would work. And maybe a copper clay base. The reason I say maybe, we've got to try it and see. Let's try the copper clay, and I might even go for a Night of Navy base. If you have the Night of Navy base, then you just have the accents of the copper clay. So that's the, let's pull that aside. That's the copper clay base, just a rough. And that's the Night of Navy base. I'm going to start sticking things together. I'm going to use that piece as is. I'm probably not going to cut it down. I'm quite happy with the width of that. You can save yourself some cards paper if you want to cut 2 little strips and put it on either side. I'm not going to bother. I'm using it as is. Sometimes I do, other times the trying to line it up and all is just not worth the time. There's plenty more DSP. So, and you still have a heap there. So then just add a bit of glue there. So then that and that. So I will now start adding. Did I have some Night of Navy ribbon? Yes. Either Night of Navy we've got, or perhaps even go with just a totally different, the burlap. Might just be something a little bit different. And we'll put some dimensionals on that behind there. The watercolor, the Fluid 100 cardstock, I would add a little bit extra dimensionals. And just maybe give it a bit of a curve back. It's just that you've added water and it's going to have a bit of a bend to it, so make it, force it to go in the direction you want it to. So for alignment, I think aligning this, the top, the deckled rectangle on the straight. Otherwise there's too much topsy-turvy going on. You could have it all wonky, but just for today, I've decided to have that on the straight. And I will put some dimensionals on the back of this. This card going to take a whole sheet of dimensionals. Okay, so this is the burlap and real red combo ribbon. You get that in a pack. This is burlap, probably number 4 for me. I'm just going through it like nobody's business. And this stamp set has, this is make a nice thinking of your card. And it has, actually it's got all my bits there. Now again, put a nice, not heaps of glue, but a good amount, because this really embosses heavily, and so it's making your paper more, stretching it, I would say. And you could even spritz it before you run it through the embossing folder, so it's a bit easier. You saw I had a little bit of, I was pushing it, so I needed some muscle. Then I'll tie a ribbon, a boy. Then we have that. What would go nicely with this ribbon is those embellishments we had, and with this card. We had one with crumb cake and night of navy. I love that. I don't even know whether it might be in the clearance rack at the moment. It was my favorite. Just I act like I don't have anything else to use. It's funny. Oh, plenty to use. A glue dot to stick that on. And I'm just sticking it on the actual Floyd 100. Thinking of you. Oh, I've forgotten to take. I quickly assembled these before the live, and put the stickers on. Right. We could go. Should we go garden green? My garden green was a bit dodgy. We could go Cajun. No, copper. That's better inking. Copper. Oops. Stamp it upside down, so make it hard for you. The double oval punch. Perfect. And I don't even think it needs Let's try some garden green in the back, just to tie in that garden green we already had in the stamping. But it's too harsh, that's what I'm worried, that it might be a bit too harsh. Oh no, it's okay. I'm showing some love to garden green. Just picks it up a bit. Yeah, this is just working out which side I punched out, I think. Yeah, that'll do. That's a good little punch to quick and easy. All right. And now we've just got to add dimensionals once we put our sentiment on. Not that. Why do I keep calling the embellishments? You know how I have those days where I call things, everything, the wrong name? Today is that day. Embellishments. We need something. And I feel sad covering that nice bit of blue, but we may have to. Then there's a bow there, so offset it with the sentiment here. That's my justification for that. Okay, now this is shaded spruce. Too lemony. I have some embellishments here on my desk. On my very messy desk, might I add. Let's pull something else out. Needs a basic color. That's actually not bad. It's those blooming pearls. They're quite nice. And they match up well. What about those? They might be okay. Sequins. Oh, that's a runaway one. Neutrals adhesive back sequins. These are from the Bear one. That's gone. And they've kind of got attached to this. So you get 4 colors and you get like a silvery white and this you could color in, which is good. So I might put that really dark, it's not copper, it's a bronzy. I think that would work. Let's start with the small one. I might even put all small. You don't always have to have two large and one always things. I don't set it, stick it down fully till I know. I think, oh, there, that's a good one. Okay, then I set it down. So then for the inside, I would just do some stamping with one of the leaves, or you can even use a couple of the leaves, and you can do the same on the envelope. I hope you've liked that. I've had fun creating that. That's just like the layering of those leaves, and you can have really cool effects with that watercoloring. So hope you've enjoyed and got some ideas with that set that you can do. And even if you don't have that set, you can use it with other sets. So that is the layering leaves, layering leaves, sorry, Botanical. See, I've gone blank now. Botanical layers. I was half right. That's the stamp set that you can get free with a $90 order until tomorrow. So that's in our regular range. Others you can purchase it after that. And these are the 2 cards we made. First one using the Plentiful plants. Some free paper there, free stamp set, and the bundle at the back with the embossing folders, sophisticated. So celebration ending tomorrow. If you want to know about the starter kit, please get in touch with me. And we had some fun with this. I hope you did. I did, and enjoyed creating that card as well. Thanks a lot. Great to have you watching. So I will catch you next week. And thanks for sharing your evening. It's been a long Facebook Live, but it's been good. All right. Thank you, everyone. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.